Interesting. All right. And we are live. Good morning, Crypto Warriors. Welcome back to Gem into Crypto, episode 1216. I believe today is Friday, April 26, 2024. And I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay. Here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
10-ish. In today's top stories, buy Bitcoin signed at photobomb Janet Yellen sells for $1 million. Square merchants can now convert up to 10% of sales to Bitcoin via Cash App. Stripe bringing back crypto payments, this time with a stablecoin. Epic sat mine from fourth Bitcoin having blocked sales for $2.1 million. And Consensys files lawsuit against the SEC and commissions over Ether regulation. But first and foremost, what is going on with those prices, Bitcoin, Zay?
Oh, yeah. So taking a look at our prices for today, Bitcoin is at $64,375, up 1.3%. Ethereum at $3,141, up 0.4%. Binance Coin at $602, down 0.7%. Solana at $144.17 is down 0.3%. XRP at 52 cents, up 0.8% on the day. Dogecoin sitting at almost 15 cents, down 0.44%. Ton Coin at 542, up 3.7%, and Cardano at 47 cents is up 0.6% today. And once again, the fear and greed index sitting in a neutral area, not much going on. It seems like the regulation is in the greed area. they getting greedy right now. They got CZ, they got the Samurais, they in the greed area, but everybody else is neutral. So it's pretty flat right now as far as price movements. Not much volatility.
There it is. All right, and some quick shout outs because I was just about to say just updated. It's not many still, but I was gonna say, oh, that notification definitely didn't go out. I only saw 6, it jumped to 21. But I'm like, that notification definitely didn't go out. Dang, they got my boy frozen on the screen, Zay. So today your camera is like perfect, it's like absolutely clear. Except now you're frozen, but you're clear while you're frozen. You're frozen like a mofo, but it looks cool because you're super. It's like this is like an HD photo. So I'm gonna try to turn you off and on. Let me see. No, you might have to get out or something, bro. I'm about to take the screenshot. This is amazing.
It's still frozen. Oh man,
it's still frozen, bro. I took the screenshot for another day.
Let me re-enter.
Yeah, re-enter. I'm here though. I'm here. All right, people. Let me get some shout outs while Zay is getting unfrozen over there. Hey, at least his camera is HD though. We can't let beggars can't be choosers. We finally got something good flowing from over there. It's all good. What's going on? Bitcoin, Shango, Cripwork, Laura Smith, NT, Marcellus, Love, Wisdom Bar, Jerome, Jones, Hyben, TL, Don B, Lord, Jaron. If you know, you know. It says not frozen for us. Oh, it's frozen for me only, then I guess. Maybe that was it. What's going on? Happy Friday. Good morning to everyone. Welcome back to the show. Great weekend coming up. A lot of good things are happening. But first and foremost, boom, we got Zay back in the house. They said you weren't frozen for them. They said it was just for me. So it might have just been mine somehow. Yeah. All right. You back in full action. All I did is say with some what's ups to everyone. Welcome back to the show. Top story of the day. Buy Bitcoin signed that photobomb Janet Yellen sells for $1 million. Bitcoin Zay, what's going on with that sign, that photobomb Janet Yellen? That was definitely a part of Bitcoin history. So I could see a high price for it, but the $1 million is crazy.
Hey, man, this ain't nothing but textbook money laundering. That's all this is. The Bitcoin sign guy, Christian Langalis, he's just sold it for 16 Bitcoin after apparently sitting in his sock drawer for years. A yellow notepad with Buy Bitcoin written on it, which was flashed behind then U.S. Federal Reserve Chair Janet Yellen during a 2017 congressional hearing, has sold at auction for 16 Bitcoin over $1 million. And the buyer, identified as Justin, also known as Squirrel Key Wrath. What was the that sounds like such a Reddit name. He's been on. Look at the guy. I mean, he looks like a Reddit OG. He was the winning bidder on the Bitcoin auction platform Scarce City. The auction ran for a week, ending on April 24th. And he is in this picture here with the Buy Bitcoin sign. And it's crazy that I don't think it's crazy that it sold for some money because it is a part of like Bitcoin history.
Right. But I figure it's sell for some money.
Yeah, $1 million. I'm thinking 50,000, maybe 100,000, and it's like a relic of Bitcoin. But $1 million, man. I mean, the thing is, who knows? The lore around that sign that may come, and he may be able to sell it in the future for 10 million. Who knows? Maybe I'm dumb, but $1 million for a piece of paper, I don't know about that. The man must be a super whale. That's what everybody is saying. Is like, this is some dude in the woods with 1,000 Bitcoin and just
Satoshi.
he just came out the woods
Satoshi.
just for this. Yeah, just to stun on everybody. I can spend 16 Bitcoin on a piece of paper, man. I'm going back to the woods.
So just so I'm clear, the bearded guy, he bought it on the left, right?
Yeah, that's who bought it. Like I said,
well then I'm with you. He's definitely a Bitcoin gazillionaire on the low, and he definitely came out the woods and stuff. He looked like he lived in a trailer or a van, shower at the YMCA type of the 24-hour fitness, and is worth approximately $29 million. Like
exactly, that's what I'm saying. So, he stumbled out the woods just to stun on everybody. He going back. We ain't gonna see him for another 20 years.
Listen, I laugh at myself honestly often because not just because I'm a funny guy to laugh at, but no, seriously, I laugh at myself because like even yesterday when I was walking to the store in the morning and I was looking crazy, Zay. All right, and by the morning I mean our morning, not like normal people's morning. I mean like our morning, like 11:30 a.m. type of deal.
Yeah.
So I walked to the store. I walked to the store super late, and I'm just looking crazy. I'm just like hair not brushed, hoodie on, like sweats on. I'm just like, man, people probably think I'm just like just the black guy that don't work no job, that be in the middle. Have no idea I've been up since 4 a.m. working, but it's just like they probably think this like, oh, this dude just look at him. Like I looked at myself and laughed. I was like, man, if they didn't know better, people would literally think I'm one of these crazy people in LA just walking around when in reality is like the opposite. So hey, I'm with the guy. I get it. You know, you get it. You know, hey, he's a Bitcoin gazillionaire, right? He's like, hey, I'm broke. My man said I'm broke.
I'm broke, baby. I'm broke, baby.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel you though, because I used to walk busted and disgusted up the Earth Cafe. Boy, I was like, somebody see me, they're gonna try and put change in this cup. Let me go ahead and scurry back to
hilarious,
the crib.
hilarious. But still, cool story. I'm with you. I thought we get 20,000, 50K at most or something, but $1 million. Way to let those cojones hang. And shout out to that Bitcoin buyer and seller as well. It's definitely a part of Bitcoin history. And I mean, hey, the floor has been set at $1 million. We'll see where it goes from there. I mean, another 10 or 15 years, especially if the government starts saying, hey, Bitcoin's this, Bitcoin's that, it's going to be this, and it's going to be the the reserve currency. Then hey, time to pull it out and resell it, man. So it definitely works. Shout out to them. Let's see what else is going on now to get some more serious news before we get to the fun stories for the day. Consensys files lawsuit against the SEC and commissioners over Ether regulation. Hand clap, hand clap. They listening to us, they finally we're not gonna take it. Listen, exactly. Consensys. What's my man that I was talking about the other day on Wednesday? So you know what they trying to get old boy to go to jail from Binance, right? CZ? I'm not gonna go on a rant, people. We got a short.
They're trying to give him 3 years.
You know, hey, after he paid the money though, I keep telling him not to mess with the bully.
Yeah, thanks for all that, all the firearms and all the money we gave you, but we still gonna need to throw you away.
He gave them all the money on Monday. By Tuesday, Wednesday, they're like, so where's the money? Guys, I gave you the money, guys. Gave me money yesterday. You ain't giving no money today. That was everything. So are you saying you don't? What are you saying? You say you want to go home or you want to go to jail, bro? What are you saying? Yeah, I gave you everything. Not enough. Hey, they not gang, bro. I went on a rant Wednesday. I won't go on it again. But it still makes me cry laughter that this man gave them $4.3 billion and they about to arrest his ass and won another $50 million, bro. That makes me. They said they won another $50 million. It's not even about the money.
No, it's not even about the money. They just pressing him for no reason at this point. $4 billion should keep you out of jail for life. That should be a get out of jail free card. That's enough for get out of jail free.
Only reason I brought this up because my whole thing with that was if I got $4 billion, there ain't no walking into no jail unless it's like the prison that's like on my home address that has PlayStations and homies everywhere. But other than that,
Escobar prison with the prostitutes.
I can live in a cul-de-sac for 5 or 6 years and never leave. If that's what you want me to do, I can live in a cul-de-sac for 6, 7 years and never leave. But I brought all that up only because this story is finally them taking the advice we've been saying, and that's fighting back. Stop laying down, stop settling or just giving fines because you've been subpoenaed over nothing, where literally this SEC can't find victims in most of these cases. They cannot find a human outside of a banker or of a Wall Street billionaire. They can't find a normal human to say, I've been a victim of this project. Instead, they only find humans that say, I made money. Why y'all messing with? I made money. So I say all that to say that they already should have been fighting back. It's finally good to see it happen. Consensys, the company warned that the SEC reversing a position it had held since 2018 on Ether as a security could spell disaster for the network and halt innovation in the United States. Consensys said, God, the buck stops here. We're not going to take it. So this is what happens, all right? And this is why they should have already pressed back. This is what happens when you get bullied and everything, right? This is essentially Consensys bringing the gun to school, saying, I can't take this shit no more. Yeah. All right. You all are only now finally ready to fight back with the rest of your cohorts because the SEC is doing something that could kill you, that could kill your business. When in reality, if you were proactive to begin with, we would never got to this point. We have never gotten to this point. I illustrated on Wednesday. I won't go back, but we wouldn't have got to this point. But because they wanted to tuck their head between their tail, they want to put their head in the sand. They want to run scared. They want to follow every rule and regulation made by people who came after the market has been established, who don't know what they're talking about. They want to listen to this group of people. And finally, like Coinbase, it's come back to bite them in the ass. Like Binance, it's come back to bite them in the ass. Like BitMEX, it's come back to bite them in the ass. You cannot negotiate with terrorists. Consensys try to do it, and now their entire business model is about to be upended. Again, this is Consensys. Go ahead. You're about to go ahead, jump to it. It sounds like you're about to jump to this one.
Yeah, it's funny that the CEO of Consensys is Joe Lubin, because right now the SEC is lubing up to fuck y'all over.
Bro, you are a fool, man.
But yeah, it is good to see when companies. I mean, Coinbase has done this. They've sued the SEC, I believe, and a few other exchanges. However, it seems like it's taken Consensys way too long to figure out the fact that they're making it a gray area on purpose. They're basically dangling the carrot right in front of you. They're telling you, like, yeah, it may be a security, it might not be. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? Like, they should have been proactive.
Hey, we legal, but it's illegal. So you gonna smoke or no?
Yeah, so you gonna smoke or die, huh? You gonna do it? So, as it says here, they declaring Ether was not a security in 2018. This is the thing. That's when they should have started. 2018. That's when they should have went ahead and sued him and said, hey, you haven't given us clear guidelines. We need clear guidelines. You're doing this on purpose. If you want us to deem it a security, if you want us to follow security laws, cool. Grandfather in everybody that already has Ether. But from here on out, because they already forked the chain before, they can do it again. They can fork it again, have a hard fork and say, all right, now it's SEC ETH chain or ETH as a commodity or as a security. So that's the thing that I think they're frustrated with. So, hey, man, at some point you got to fight back. Fight back, bro. Fight back. That's what you got to do at some point.
Yeah, like you said, they should have started this in 2018. They're saying the SEC's unlawful seizure of authority over ETH would spell disaster for the Ethereum network and for Consensys. Like you said, what happened is they got caught trying to play the middle ground. They tried to play the middle ground. They should have picked a side. Like, we keep you people. Well, y'all can't play the middle. You don't understand that? The people in the middle are just as bad as the other side. Yeah. Not worse than a lot of people. Some people respect the other side more than they respect the middle people, because at least the other side is standing on something. The people in the middle, you don't know which way they're going to sway depending on how they wake up. So I think that, like you said, they were trying to kind of play that middle game because the SEC intentionally wasn't providing guidance, but not providing any guidance. They were staying in that gray line or whatever, and they ended up getting caught. The SEC said, hey, we've done the numbers because this is all about money. We crushed the numbers. We talked to IRS. Makes sense to call it security. And now that it's ending your business model, now you're like, oh, this is unlawful. This isn't fair. This is anything else. From the SEC's point of view, if I was their legal team, I would go to court and say, hey, we literally had the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, on the stand with the Senate and didn't answer the question about Ethereum. So why would a private company, Consensys, come back around and say we're killing it when we've never been clear to begin with? Boom, bam, bow. Easy, that kill shot. Consensys, you don't stand a chance. A YouTube lawyer just beat you in 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes. All right, you do not stand a chance against the SEC. You should have brought this up the day Gary Gensler was in front of the Senate, in front of the commission, all the other stuff, and they asked him clearly, "Hey, what is Ethereum?" And he didn't give an answer. That was the day to sue. That afternoon, you should have had a lawsuit written up and be like, no, fuck no. There's not no way this guy could have all this guidance but not tell us if not as a security or not. That was the day. You waited, too late, you can't get it, it's gone, let it go.
And all of this could be solved very simply if they just stop using archaic laws to describe new technology. That's why it's like fitting a square piece in a round hole. You can't do it because this is brand new technology. So if you look at Ethereum, you say it's a security because it does sort of fit the Howey test of 1933. It does fit it as a security. However, you can also argue in court. I use Ethereum as utility, or I use Ethereum to interact with decentralized apps. I use Ethereum for other reasons, to create DAOs or to create whatever. So that argument can be made, which is why I think the SEC hasn't said whether it's a security or not, because they'll be in court for the next 5 years trying to figure out what exactly it is, when they could have just from the beginning, probably back in 2018, started a brand new from scratch crypto government task force with a set of rules that everybody can follow, a distinct set of rules, and it would have been all good. But the thing is, that would take a lot of paperwork, a lot of time. And as you and me, King, as we both know, people at the corporate levels are lazy as shit. They do not want to change what they already got working. So they're just trying to use archaic laws to describe some new technology, and nobody knows what's going on. So, hey, go ahead and sue them. I guess battle it out in court. They've been basically toying with y'all for the past 6 years.
Right. Yeah. Might as well put it in court and let's get an answer. Let's figure this out.
Yeah.
All right. Looking at some fun comments. Let's see. Rendo, like Denzel said, losing that internship to flash that sign was well worth it. I can agree.
Absolutely.
You said dude took self-governance to a whole nother level with that epic hipster beard. Homely definitely on shrooms and Bitcoin forums 24/7. I can see that. I can see him being on shrooms and Bitcoin forums 24/7. Jaron, it's funny. He said, "Was I in the Fidelity commercial?" I was in the Fidelity commercial or advertisement. Yeah. Listen, I keep telling people, listen, people, I am the gang. All right, that's what people don't understand about me. I am the government. Have you all not realized this? If I want to run for a government position, I got it. All right. Here's the deal. I'll keep giving y'all this good gouge because I'm trying to either get y'all to join or stop pissing off the gang. But I'm a part of the gang. Yeah, I didn't work for every top 100 company in America right now, to be honest. So
they just don't know.
They just don't know. Between working for every top 100 company out there and military people, this is who I am. All right, let's get with it. Let's see what else we have going on. I haven't seen this. Cornelius said, have we talked about the dude who set himself on fire saying crypto is a global Ponzi in his manifesto? And he's done extensive research. Have you seen this?
Hey, yeah, I read his manifesto, the crypto part. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Anybody that's stupid enough to set themselves on fire and barbecue their own self, I ain't got it. I don't want to hear shit they got to say about crypto. And the stuff he was saying, it was pretty much incorrect. The way he described it. However, what I will say,
what was it? What was he going on about?
Well, he was saying it was like crypto is an elaborate Ponzi. For one, not distinguishing Bitcoin and crypto market. That's the first thing. And then he said it's an elaborate Ponzi scheme that basically is the most elaborate Ponzi scheme of all time. It's billions and trillions of dollars, and they're trying to dump on everybody. That's the thing. You can choose to not be in crypto. You can't choose to be in the fiat Ponzi. You don't have a choice. You're born into it.
Right.
But with crypto, you can just not use it. And that's the thing about a Ponzi. Ponzi is trying to get people to do it, and if they don't, then it falls apart. The thing is, the Bitcoin doesn't need anybody else. We'd be good with exactly how many people are in Bitcoin right now. It's still gonna work. That's the difference between Ponzi. We don't actually need more people to make the technology work. So anybody that turns themselves into barbecue chicken, I'm not really about to listen to their advice anyway. So, but yeah, I saw it on Twitter.
My man, I've been watching Shogun. My man committed seppuku or whatever, seppuku.
Somebody tell me about that. Shogun. I need to check that out.
Oh, listen.
What's it on? It's on Netflix.
I think it's on Hulu.
Okay.
Only thing I didn't like about it, they had to add in that, of course, like basically you already know the white guy about to come get all the females and do you know what I'm saying? He's a hero, right? You know how it goes. Yeah, back in the day, there was samurai, there was Ronin, there was ninjas, and there was Todd. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but outside of that little part, whatever, by and large, the show is well done. For the most part, the writing was good. I didn't want it to end. They need another season. You got to listen. You're gonna binge it, man. It's like the violence is spread out and it's thin. But when things happen, they're gonna be swift and aggressive. Like in real life, it's gonna be one of them things where it's like, that would make me active, and this is just gonna get active. It's like, oh yeah, that would make somebody active though. It's gonna happen like that fast. It was a great show.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's see what else do we have going on in these comments. Happy Fridays, everybody. That's right. Did we see the FTC recently banned non-competes to encourage innovation? I didn't see that. Have you seen that one? Rule banning non-competes.
Check that one out.
Well, between that and then, all right. So really quick, because this kind of has to do with crypto, actually, people. I saw that the administration was talking about making capital gains tax like 40 some percent, basically, and people are saying, "Hey, that's only for high net worth individuals. You need to worry." But unless I'm wrong, to my understanding, wouldn't that actually affect Bitcoin sales and swaps as well?
Well, the unrealized gains, definitely. When they were talking about
Right.
25% tax on unrealized gains, are you kidding me? That means that if the price of Bitcoin doubles, that you owe 25% tax on that increase in price, whether you cash it out or not. Just holding anything outside of that is 20. It's preposterous. The dumbest thing I've ever heard. Somebody get Paw some warm milk and tell him to go take a nap, put on his slippers, because everything that's coming out his mouth right now is egregious and it makes no sense, except for if you think like I do that there's people behind him that's basically running the show and they're trying to do a controlled demolition, take out as much money as they can right before the crash of everything. And this is why they employ 50,000 IRS agents, basically, because they're like, oh, they're gonna force people to not want to pay taxes. And then
that got so the IRS thing did get pushed back. I just found out about that recently.
Yeah.
So they're not going to it looks like the other side pushed that back because they were like, hell no, y'all ain't about to hire all these IRS agents. Like, no. So that stopped. I'm happy. I'm happy that stopped. Thank God for the people with money in government. Goodness gracious. They like, fuck no. So that stopped. But what I will say is, unfortunately, what I think the Biden administration is doing, I agree with you. As far as it's not even getting political, I do think they're making a big money grab. Every administration does some weird shit. So they're doing their money grab. I don't think that's, I agree with you. However, I don't think it's almost a powers that be. I think it's so. The other side, Trump has pissed off people so much, it seems, because I was just reading comments the other day about this. It seems that he's pissed off people so much, they don't care what Biden says and does. They're just like, we're just not voting. They're literally like, we're just not voting for the other guy. I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So
never Trumpers. People that just never. And I'm like, hey man, when it boils down to it, it don't matter what you think of them. Everybody made more money between 2016 and 2020.
This is a green issue. This has become a green issue between a high capital gains tax. And then once again, I just want to talk about California people. As long as it's under 900 to 1,000, I think, if not 1,600, but I know for sure 900 to 1,000. If you steal from stores and it's less than $1,000, no one will stop you. So you literally can go grab a new pair of whatever you want. And as we think is morally wrong, I agree, it is morally wrong and you should not be stealing. However, if you wanted to walk into the store and buy that new PlayStation or grab that new PlayStation, grab the new TV, grab groceries, they can't and won't stop you. However, if you work for someone and get paid $601, they all in your shit. The government's all in your shit for $601. For $599.98, they're gonna dig in your shit. But for $1,000, they won't. Like, somebody make this make sense. It doesn't. All right. Good news stories though. Square merchants can now convert up to 10% of sales to Bitcoin via Cash App. Win for Square. It looks like they're heading in the right direction. I thought they were kind of fading away, man. I hadn't heard many updates coming from them, but this seems to be a good one. Block gets 1% of every conversion. But again, you're allowed to do this now. What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, yeah. So thank goodness. I mean, like I said, when I first story up earlier before the show, finally, I mean, it's about damn time. I feel like everybody who has the Square payment point of sale, they've all been basically saying like, same guy deep into Bitcoin owns Square, the two together, and here we are. So shout out to Jack for doing that. Again, you can convert 1% between 1% and 10% of your daily sales to Bitcoin, and the fiat fee, at which point they convert it into Bitcoin and then deposit it into your Cash App account. So that's great. Automatically take some of that money and turn it into Bitcoin either daily, weekly, or monthly, because I think every single business should have at least a 1% allocation in Bitcoin. That may be the thing that saves your business if you have that allocation. I've seen a lot of small businesses out in LA, in Miami, in DC, when I was helping set up with ATMs. A lot of small businesses took a small amount of their sales, put it in Bitcoin, and a few years later, they were basically like, hey, we made more from storing in Bitcoin than we did in actual revenue. So these are things that help a lot of small businesses. So shout out to Square. I wish it could be, up to 100%, but baby steps. This is a good, this is a base hit. This is a double, I would say. This is a good double. If we can get it up to 50% allocation or 100, that would be a home run hit.
Yeah. I think this is a good step in the right direction. Like you said, it should have already happened a long time ago. But baby steps, and then, like you said, a long time ago, when it comes to what's the word, capitulation, it's happening,
Capitulation.
man.
Yeah.
People, do you all understand how this market looked in 2016? How this market looked in 2017? How this market
Mhm.
looked in 2020? I can't even believe I'm saying, bro, we've been at this for a long time together. This is crazy. I can't believe the show been going on this long. Like, people, the shifts in the market, and I want to say the shifts, the adoption of this market to the mainstream is happening. Now, is it happening super fucking slow? Yes. Like I said, that's, to me, that's that two things I got wrong in this market. The two biggest mistakes I've made and gotten wrong was that, first, I thought the shift would happen faster. I thought more people would adopt. I thought adoption would happen a lot faster. It makes sense. But then I didn't realize nobody was reading one paragraph out of a white paper. Like, it's absolutely fucking amazing. Like, even the people on TV, no one has bothered to read an abstract, technological, software oriented paper. That is still amazing to me. But whatever. I didn't think adoption was going to take that long, and I didn't think the government, let's see, what's the words I'm looking for? I didn't think they'd be as graceful as far as allowing crimes to be committed. If I knew all you literally needed was just to, like, pay them more money and keep about your business, oh my God. Like, what? I didn't know. Zay, that was my
That's
fault.
how.
I didn't know.
Yeah. That's how
Trying to be
everything works.
trying to be a good little boy and girl, right? What they get is in the bleachers, right? Hey, you break
Uh-huh.
some laws, you get them court sides. What Jason? I'm trying to get court side. Shout out to Block and Square finally allowing that Bitcoin and crypto is at 10% now, but I'm assuming here in the next 3 to 5 years we'll bump it up to 50%, 60, and not to a full 100. So shout out to them. All right, Stripe is also new. Stripe is bringing back crypto payments, this time with a stable coin. That is right. Again, the adoption continues. Stripe customers will be able to pay with USDC beginning this summer. President Jack Collison said after the company canned Bitcoin payments in 2018. So, private company, you can do what you want as a private company, but this is the whack part. This is why Bitcoin to me does reign supreme as a technology, being open source, decentralized, those type of things, because this is how we got into the fiat wars right now. Where is it going to be the ruble, the dollar, this, that, or whatever? It's like, I don't want it to turn into, well, we only take Ripple. Well, we only take Dogecoin. We only do Ethereum. We only do stable coins. We only do, like, damn it, people. Come on. Come on. It's
Yeah.
29,000 of these things. Let's Bitcoin. You should always accept Bitcoin the same way you're supposed to always accept the dollar, which isn't happening in LA anymore. Oh my God, it's getting worse. Like,
Yeah.
at least off the top of my head, but I go out a lot. I would say easy 15%, easy 10 to 15%. One out of every 10 places are not accepting cash. And again, you don't have to separate or differentiate. This is my thought. Why not use Tether if you're going to also use USDC? Why just USDC? Especially people, you got to understand the back end software is all the same. It's not like, well, we had to, it took us 6 hours to hook up USDC. It's going to take us 8 hours to hook up Tether. It'll take us 9 hours to hook up. No, it don't work like that. It literally is just a click. You click and it's hooked up. So I don't know. I thought it was interesting that Stripe is only using USDC. In my head, it says to me that partnerships are going on in the background, which, to be fair, I think could be kind of a form of insider trading, but I don't know. But again, this is payment service. Stripe is bringing back crypto in the form of stablecoin payments. Co-founder and President John Collison has announced the new service will be available this summer. And again, I just don't get it. Accept everything. You can accept it all. You literally can accept everything, and it can be transferred to whatever you want. Just the way Cash App said, hey, we can give you 10% back, up to 10% back in Bitcoin. They already have processors that say we can give you 100% back in cash. We can give you 100% back in USDC. You can accept everything, and we can give it back to you in USDC. So again, I say there must be something going on in the background for them just to say we're doing UCDC, excuse me. Crypto is finally making sense as a means of exchange. Collison told the audience at the company's developers conference in San Fran on April 25th. Since Stripe discontinued its Bitcoin payment option in 2018, transaction times have increased, fees have decreased, and stable coins are performing stably, as they said. What the fuck? What are your thoughts? Shout out to them. I mean, shout out for making the adoption happen, I guess. Still a base hit, but what are your thoughts?
Yeah, this is a classic case of being too early. They knew Bitcoin was going to be around, so 2018 they wanted to integrate it. However, there are a few hurdles you have to jump through as a business if you want to accept Bitcoin on the level that Stripe is doing transactions. So I'm sure actually stablecoins is probably a better option for them. I think this all comes down to latency of the different chains, like basically just straight speed of transactions of different chains. Like they've already said that they'll use Solana and I believe Polygon as far as their stablecoin network. So I think that's all it really was. The latency is instantaneous, being able to send payments, and of course, because Stripe is so big, this will basically introduce stable coins to a new crowd of people that may have never thought about transacting with any type of crypto, any type of stable coin. They're gonna introduce it to them and they'll see how easy it is and they'll go with it. And honestly, when people say when people say stable coins is funny because they're pegging it to a dollar that's unstable. However, if people give it if people give a market value, then it has some value, which Stripe believes it does. So shout out to them again. This is like a base hit. Again, everybody's going to capitulate, so these stories are becoming more and more common.
Yeah, shout out to them for sure. Yeah, shout out to them for bringing it on. Shout out to who was right before them that we just talked about. I forgot that quick. Stripe and
Square,
Cash App,
Cash App,
Square. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Square as well. So moving in the right direction. Really quick to answer. Lord Smith said, "How did you make more money when Trump was in office?" I will tell you, for me, the exact reason how I did. He had so much shit going on. He didn't care what small business owners were doing. He wasn't trying to.
Yeah.
Like, it's that simple.
It's that simple. He
He
did
wasn't
what
trying
you
to.
do. If you want to improve economies, you let small businesses flourish. You make the middle
He.
class strong. Leave them alone.
I will give you some direct examples right now. He was not retroactively trying to go back in time 2 years ago to say, what transactions did you do that we may need to fine you for or tax you for? That's actually happening right now. The letter from Circle came because the Biden administration, IRS, has pressed them to it, pressed them for it. The Trump administration was not pressing crypto companies for data and for information. So that's just one way off the top of my head, just when it comes to crypto. Again, the $600 thing. That I am a freelance contractor, actor, model in LA. Everything I do is freelance. LA, shout out to LA. If you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a reason why a lot of them do like where I'm at, they do cash a lot. Let's be clear. Even though 10 to 15% of the city isn't doing cash, where I'm located, cash is still fucking king. So let me be clear. That $600 plus or minus, some businesses and companies, they can give you $10,000. They don't want it on the books. They do not want it on the books. They are super old school. A lot of them are foreign. Like I said, I'm in Mexico, Koreatown, Los Angeles right now. A lot of these people are either first generation Americans or aren't even first generation Americans. They just live here and they going back home here in the next few months. This is not even full time. So again, when you're talking about that $600 kicker, which this administration did bring up, when it comes to crypto now, I got Cash App sending me shit. That never happened before. Like they're monitoring everything. They want to know how much money you make. All right. That is the simplest way I can say it. That is real. When Trump was in office, they were looking at his taxes. They were saying he was a crook. He was a criminal. My man had his own court case. He didn't care about what we was doing. He was like, I got my own shit. All right. Last but not least, I know they got to go. Epic sat mine from fourth Bitcoin having sales for $2.1 million. That is right, Bitcoin Zay. It is still paying to be a miner. One Satoshi is currently worth 0.00065, but some set or 0.00065, but some sats hold inherent collectible value in the Bitcoin ecosystem. Cryptocurrency exchange CoinEx Global explain really quick for you leaves. Give us your thoughts on the story.
Oh yeah, so an epic sat, which is just a unit of measurement of a UTXO, is exceptionally rare. Somebody sold for 33.3 Bitcoin, 2.1 million, and again, this is a classic case of money laundering. I don't care what anybody says. And overall, what we will see is a lot of people making payments for things that they find rare, such as these sats, rare, such as the buy Bitcoin sign, rare, such as certain Bitcoin art. So not surprising there, but again. This is a lot of money for something that's collectible, so it'll probably increase in value in the future.
Yeah, pretty cool to see. Glad to see that this still interests people, and these numbers are happening. Because to me, without these numbers, people would say, "Oh, Bitcoin mining and block size happening and blah blah blah." This is all boring. It does nothing. It's boring. What about the new Shiba Inu, Floki, Doge? to $1 billion coin we got going on. Like all that is more interesting. But when you see like, hey, oh, hold on now. Did you hear about that mining? You know, you see numbers like this happen. That gives people, I think, the impetus to continue to mine Bitcoin and continue to be involved in this side of the sector, the mining, the decentralized side, all the ethos of what actually brought us here. So other than that, you got any last messages, Bitcoin Zay?
Oh, no. Happy Friday, everybody. Have a good weekend.
All right. Smash that like and share, folks. And we will see you all next week with some more Bitcoin and crypto news. Smash that like and share. Cheers. I can't talk. Cheers.